Welcome to another installment of the Be Here for Each Other videos. I'm Carl, and this is a new experience for me. I'm used to working with workshop groups in a facilitation role rather than sitting in a chair and talking to a piece of technology. In the introductory video, I mentioned tools and models that apply to the Be Here for Each Other movement and process. I decided to introduce a simple model today. Obviously, in cooperative undertakings, cooperative relationships of any kind, trust is an important issue. What we all need to understand is that trust is a choice. It's a subjective choice that's influenced by many things, all the way back to experiences we had in childhood, maybe even in a past life. In the Be Here for Each Other relationship, we can't go back and change the past. But what we can do is look at the behaviors that contribute to trust, and we can commit to each other to cultivate trust in our relationship. So if trust is a subjective choice, what are the behaviors that influence it? Well, in cooperative undertakings of any kind, a one-on-one relationship or two businesses working together, there are four key dimensions of cooperative behaviors. The first one is dependability. People who are cooperative and committed to one another show up on time, they tell the truth, they meet deadlines, they do what they say they're going to do. They behave dependably. Dependable behavior is consistent, predictable behavior. I can depend on what somebody's going to do. I'm much more likely to be able to trust them. The second key dimension is responsiveness. Responsiveness means understanding your partner's needs and in appropriate ways responding and helping that partner get those needs met. It doesn't mean feeling responsible for their needs. All it means is being respectful, communicating, asking, being sincerely interested, and being sincerely committed to helping your partner get their needs met so they feel whole and healthy. The third key dimension is the ability to resolve conflict. Now, I wasn't raised to be comfortable with conflict any more than the vast majority of the people on this planet were. Typically, when the word conflict comes into conversation, my experience in general is people tend to react to it negatively because conflict, as we're programmed, generally suggests that somebody's right and somebody's wrong, somebody did something good, somebody did something bad. Well, the true definition of conflict is if you and I are engaged in an issue and your interests are different from my interests, by definition we're conflicted. Our interests are different. It's not good or bad or right or wrong. Gazelles and lions will always be conflicted. They have very different interests. One wants to eat, one wants to live. The ability to resolve conflict is very important because unresolved conflict damages trust. It adds to hurt, to resentment, to anger. So it's very important to be able to resolve conflict. We're going to get into this at length in the Be Here for Each Other video series. The fourth key dimension, and I find it fascinating that behavioral scientists have come up with this, but that dimension is faith. And I believe how that applies in the Be Here for Each Other movement is, first of all, faith in oneself. I know that I'm not perfect. I know I'm going to slip up once in a while. I might behave undependably. I might not be responsive to my partner's needs. I might contribute to conflict. But I have faith in myself to acknowledge my mistake, to get back in the saddle, and to try again. It also means faith in your partner, that they're not trying to take advantage of you. They just slipped up, like we do. And it also means faith in the process, that as long as we come together, work cooperatively, and are sincerely committed to being here for each other, we can always find a superior solution to retreating to our respective corners and taking pot shots at each other. 4 key dimensions: dependability, responsiveness, the ability to resolve conflict, and faith. I'm enjoying sharing with you. I look forward to our next video together.